Hi there, this is Matt with State of Flux here with a review for Hollyweed. Continuing on with my exploration of the works of Kevin Smith, this is moving on to a pilot for a TV show that he had hoped to get off the ground that never really came to fruition. You can watch it through, I believe it's called Rivet TV on YouTube, which is where you sort of a pledge donation for how much you would pay to watch this show. And evidently it didn't take off the ground, and that's kind of unfortunate because it's a relatively solid pilot. The plot is essentially it's what if Clerks but weed, and it stars Kevin Smith as one of the two main characters. The one thing Kevin Smith never got to do when making Clerks was play Randall. He wrote the character of Randall for himself. This is his reinterpretation of Clerks, now with his infused faith in the magical power of weed, and he decided to finally embody that which is Randall for this show. Now, it's a Kevin Smith version of Randall, where it's sort of he's less abrasive than Randall ever was, but still the guy with the funny jokes and the biting, sharp wit, sort of infused with a more modern day Kevin Smith, the more enlightened Kevin Smith, if you will. So this is kind of the pilot, which is only like 30 minutes long, is Clerks meets Zack and Miri make a porno. Along the way, Kevin Smith's character encounters a young woman who ends up having been in the porn industry and is kind of trying to get out. Way back in the day, shortly after Chasing Amy had come out, one of the movies he had planned to make was a movie called Maid, about a woman who left the porn industry, came back to her small town, and it was going to be a romance between Ben Affleck and Joey Lauren Adams, and how her past comes back to find her, if you will, in this small town. Well, it sounds like he cannibalized some aspects of that story to put in Hollyweed, and the title of the show comes from these two clerks who open up their own weed shop, and they have their own strain of Hollywood weed called Hollyweed. And that's kind of as deep as the show gets. However, Smith is good at writing characters. It's a buddy show, and the two buddies play off each other well, but he's also a sentimentalist, kind of hardcore. Some people criticize him for that. I don't. I think Smith works best when he is being honest, heart on his shirt sleeve kind of person. I like the interaction with Kevin Smith's character and the female character in this story. You get lots of cameos from Smith favorites like Ralph Garman, like Jason Mewes, and Adam Brody. Adam Brody's pretty solid in his scene or two in the film. But yeah, it's worth checking out. It's free for you to watch here on YouTube in its entirety. It's a glimpse of what was, and you can kind of see why it wouldn't have gotten made. It's amusing more so than it is funny, but there are a couple laugh-out-loud moments. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened had the show taken off. But as it is, this is just a small little glimpse into what could have been, which there are many in Smith's repertoire. But this is important in showing that Smith is a man who has many ideas. A lot of them sort of are riffs on the same concepts, i.e. made doesn't get made, but turns into a version of Zack and Miri make a porno. Coupled with this, you get what made probably would have been. And this is sort of shows that as well. He wasn't able to make his Clerks 3, so he was like, well, I'm going to reinterpret some of that and put it into Hollyweed, mixed with a cannibalized concept from an old script he never got to make in Maid. I'm sort of babbling and saying the same things. There's not much to dissect. It's 22 minutes long. So But yeah, check it out. Let me know what you thought of Hollyweed. Do you wish this show had been made? I think so. I think Smith is a very funny writer, and he is friends with a lot of other strong writers. So working them all together, I think, would have been kind of neat. Up next, I'm going to do a review of either Jay and Silent Bob's Super Groovy Cartoon Movie or Masters of the Universe, which I know nothing about He-Man, so that'll be kind of interesting. I'll do a little bit of homework on He-Man before I jump into his interpretation of it, but that's something I've never seen, so I'm really excited about that. I have seen Jay and Silent Bob's Super Groovy Cartoon Movie once, and be interesting to revisit. So let me know in the comments down below which you would prefer me to review next. Otherwise, see you next week. Also, be on the lookout for my review for Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, which is currently on my channel. One of the best movies of the year, as well as a review, hopefully later today, if not tomorrow, for the film Nope by Jordan Peele. Thanks for watching. Peace.